Now, Cyclone Amphan has made landfall off the east coast of India. Packing winds of up to 160 kilometers per hour, the storm is one of the fiercest to hit the region in decades. Amphan has felled trees and battered buildings in the state of Odisha. Deadly storm surges reaching up to 5 meters high have also been forecast. More than 2 million people have been moved to shelters. But the COVID-19 pandemic has made it harder to save lives. Some have refused to go to cyclone shelters for fear of catching the virus.
We have evacuated about little more than 137,000 people, and still evacuation is going on in certain pockets of Baleswar and Mayurbhanj district, where people are suo moto coming to our cyclone shelter after looking at the rain and the wind. People are coming.
Neha Punya joins us live from New Delhi for more on this. Neha, what's the situation like this hour?
Steve, the cyclone made landfall a short while back, and it slammed into the Sundarban area of the India-Bangladesh border. That's a mangrove area which is just south of India and Bangladesh. And we're seeing wind speeds of up to 135 kilometers per hour now. But officials are saying it's going to pick up as the storm moves inwards, and wind speeds will likely touch 185 kilometers per hour. This cyclone has brought with it torrential rainfall. Fortunately, in the last 12 hours, officials are saying that this has been downgraded. It's no longer a super cyclone, but it is still an extremely severe one, being compared to a Category 3 hurricane. We're unfortunately hearing of 2 deaths as well, one in the state of Odisha in India and one in Bangladesh, both of them linked to the high wind speeds we're seeing because of this cyclonic disturbance. Officials are saying that while landfall has happened, it'll take 4 hours for the eye of the storm to completely pass through these regions where landfall has happened. In the next couple of hours, this cyclone is expected to move northwards towards the city of Kolkata in India, where millions live, and officials are bracing for injuries because of the high wind speeds. The focus, of course, on ensuring that everyone is indoors, no one's venturing out into the sea. Millions of people have been evacuated so far, but estimates show that 33 million people could be in the way of this storm as it progresses between today and tomorrow, and then moves on from Bangladesh towards Bhutan northwards.
Yeah, Neha, and on top of that, India is still battling the COVID-19 situation. In fact, it has just recorded another spike, more than 5,600 today. But then the government also says that domestic flights are set to resume.
Absolutely, and officials have said this repeatedly, Glenda, that this is a double whammy at a time when the country was already grappling with a surge in COVID-19 cases, with every day seeing more than 4,000 cases being reported, with millions of migrant laborers traveling on trains and coming back to states like Odisha and West Bengal. It's made a bad situation already worse. One of the challenges that we've seen over the last 24 hours is got to do with evacuation. While 600 people have been evacuated, the biggest challenge has been where to put them. A lot of the cyclone shelters in these states along India's eastern coast, where traditionally you have these evacuees housed, have currently been pressed into service as COVID-19 quarantine centers. It's been a massive task to sanitize them, even keeping in mind safe distancing norms. These shelters are now running at half their capacity, which is why the government has been scrambling to find additional facilities where people can be housed. The concern is that as wind speeds pick up and if there are unfortunate injuries, hospitals that are already dealing with a surge in patients because of coronavirus will also see their existing resources stretched further. So it is definitely a concern. Also because, the cyclone landfall has happened today, but the aftermath will likely be felt over the course of the next 1 week. We're expecting flooding, mudslides, damage to houses and infrastructure. So officials in these states of West Bengal and Odisha, and also along Bangladesh's southern border, are certainly preparing for a lot of facilities being stretched out in the days ahead.
All right, thanks for that update. Neha Punya speaking to us from New Delhi.